This is Carl with the three things I'm watching for Monday, October the 6th. Starting out, we got some crop estimates out last Friday. Lynn Group, Lynn and Associates put out their estimates. Corn crop estimated 16.63 billion bushels. Pretty solid corn number, not too excited about that. But I want to talk about Lynn's soybean number and the scenario it paints. They put the soybean crop 4.185 billion bushels. I think that might be pretty close to where we're at. Their yield was slightly above last year, a little bit below where the USDA is, but from guys I've talked to, that seems pretty reasonable. Bottom line is their crop estimate 4.185 billion bushels. USDA is at 4.3 billion bushels. The demand forecast for next year is at 4.35 billion bushels for soybean consumption, and we have a 4.185 billion bushel crop being projected. Let's call it even 4.2. We're still 150 million bushels short of our projected demand. And our carryout, we're only talking a 300 million bushel carryout on new crop, and our old crop is just a touch over 300. You look at this is nothing extravagant, and we could see that tighten even more. These soybean balance sheets not getting the respect they deserve, in my opinion. You can throw everything about China out the window. China doesn't, right now, I don't know how much Chinese business we can absorb. We've talked about that over and over, but these numbers really kind of light it up for us. Look at the production numbers and how short they're falling of demand. That's what we need to be talking about. Number two thing, and I'm going to stay on soybeans here. Last Friday, I asked a question on social media about piles being put out. And a lot of people, oh yeah, we're piling soybeans all over in North Dakota. And then send me a bunch of pictures of bunkers getting filled. Bunkers getting filled, that is not piling. That is using storage. It might be temporary storage, but if it has sidewalls and a tarp, that is not, technically, yes, it's a pile, but it's going into a bunker. We're talking reports of farmers dumping soybeans in the field just to make room, and yes, there's some people doing that. I question that. The only thing worse than a bad soybean basis is a bad soybean basis and a heavy quality discount. The other thing you got to ask is if you're saving space and not using your space, you're holding that for corn and putting soybeans outside, I would strongly advise against that, but you do you. And the third and final thing I want to talk about today, the yields. We're getting yields out of north central, northwest Iowa better than last year. A lot of guys saying the crop is better than last year. Take that with a grain of salt. Remember, that area did not produce very much of a crop last year. You could have APH and be even slightly below in some cases and still have a better crop than last year. Don't think that means that there's a huge flow of bushels coming out of north central Iowa. Watching the basis values up there, they have starting to tighten on corn. Uh, don't you know? Don't tell me that there's huge stocks there when you're tightening basis the first week of October and got slot harvest. Yeah, there's a crop there, but there's some concern in this market. Cash is starting to reflect it. Those are the three things I'm watching today.